Hey guys, Shimmer here, and today we're going to take a look at the first iteration of race changes that will come with Update 21. Now remember, these are only patch notes right now and on PTS next week, so these could change at any time. I will put some time links in the About section below so you can skip over some parts if you want, but let's get to it. First, they stated they wanted to rework the racial passives because of the lack of effective options for race and class combinations, and wanted them to have universal applicability and be able to provide a unique gameplay element. They stated their goal was to allow more effective options when picking a race for each role in tanking, healing, or DPSing, and that they wanted to equalize the overall power that each race provides and retain and enhance the unique feeling and gameplay patterns that each race allows while improving the sense of progression that the racial passives provide while leveling up. And now on to the changes. Starting with High Elf, there are no changes to the first passive Highborn, which increases experience gain with a Destruction Staff skill line by 15% and increases your experience gain by 1%. Spell Charge, which gives you a 9% Magicka recovery, has been changed to Spell Recharge, which restores 575 Magicka or Stamina, based on whichever is higher, after activating a class ability. This effect can occur once every 6 seconds. This also reduces damage taken by 5% while you are using an ability with a cast or channel time. Gift of Magnus, which gives you a 10% max Magicka, has been changed to Syrabane's Boon, which increases your max Magicka by 2,000. Elemental Talent, which gives you 4% fire, shock, or ice damage, has been changed to increases your spell damage by 258. Next up is Argonian. No changes to the first passive Amphibian, which gives you increased experience gain with Resto Staff skill line by 50% and increased swim speed by 50%. Resourceful, which is a gain 3% max Magicka and restore 4620 health, Magicka, and stamina when you drink a potion, has been changed to increases your max Magicka by 1000, restore 3600 health, Magicka, and stamina when you drink a potion. Argonian Resistance, which is a 9% max health and 1485 poison and disease resistance, has been changed to increases your max health by 1000 and your disease resistance by 2310. You are immune to the disease status effect. Quick Mend, which is a 5% healing done and received, has been changed to Life Mender, increasing your healing done by 4%. Now on to Bosmer. No changes to the first passive Acrobat, which increases experience gain in bow skill line by 15% and decreases fall damage by 10%. Y'ffre's Endurance, which gives you a 21% stamina recovery, has been changed to increases your stamina recovery by 258. Resist Affliction, which gives you 6% max stamina and 1485 poison and disease resistance, has been changed to increases your max stamina by 2000 and your poison resistance by 2310. You are immune to the poisoned status effect. Stealthy, which reduces detection radius by 3 meters and increases damage done in stealth by 10%, has been changed to Hunter's Eye, which increases your stealth detection radius by 3 meters. After you use a roll dodge, you gain 20% movement speed for 3 seconds. They added a note here and said, a quick note on why we changed the stealthy passive. Previously, this passive was shared between Khajiit and Wood Elf and didn't help them feel distinct enough from each other. Additionally, since sneaking isn't a universal mechanic to the game, we wanted to take away some of the focus from the passive and build that into their other passives instead. We still want to support that game mechanic, however, so we kept part of each of the Wood Elves and the Khajiit's versions of these passives. Now on to Breton. No changes to the first passive Opportunist, which increases experience gain in the light armor skill line by 15% and an extra 1% alliance point gain. The second passive, Gift of Magnus, which gives you a 10% max Magicka, has been changed to increases your max Magicka by 2000. The third passive spell resistance, which gives you 3960 spell resistance, has been changed to gain 2310 spell resistance and 100 magicka recovery. The fourth passive, Magicka Mastery, which gives you a 3% magicka cost reduction, has been changed to reduces the magicka cost of your abilities by 7%. Moving on to Dunmer, no changes to the first passive Ashlander, which increases experience gain in dual-wield skill line by 15% and reduces damage taken from lava by 50%. The second passive, Dynamic, which gives you 6% max magicka and stamina, has been changed to increases your max stamina and magicka by 1250. The third passive, Resist Flame, gives you a 3% max magicka and 2079 flame resistance, has been changed to increases your max health by 600 and your flame resistance by 2310. You are immune to the burning status effect. The fourth passive, Destructive Ancestry, which gives you 7% flame damage and 2% frost shock damage, has been changed to Ruination, which increases your weapon and spell damage by 258. Next, on to Imperial. No changes to the first passive, Diplomat, which increases experience gain in one hand and one shield skill line by 15% and an extra 1% gold gain. Your second passive, Tough, which gives you a 12% max health, has been changed to increases your max health by 2,000. The third passive, Conditioning, which gives you a 10% max stamina, has been changed to Imperial Metal, which increases your max stamina by 2,000. Your fourth passive, Red Diamond, which gives you a 10% chance on melee attack to heal for 6% of max health, has been changed to when you deal direct damage, you have a 15% chance to heal for 1750. Reduces the cost of your block and bash abilities by 5%. Now on to Khajiit. No changes to the first passive, Cut Purse, which increases experience gain in the medium armor skill line by 15% and a 5% bonus to successfully pickpocket. Your second passive, Nimble, which gives you a 20% magicka recovery and a 10% stamina recovery, has been changed to Robustness, which increases your health recovery by 100 and your stamina and magicka recovery by 75. The third passive, Stealthy, which reduces detection radius by 3 meters and increases damage from stealth by 10%, has been changed to Lunar Blessings, which increases your max health, magicka, and stamina by 750. The fourth passive, Carnage, which increases your weapon critical chance by 8%, has been changed to Feline Ambush, which increases your weapon and spell critical chance by 8% and reduces your detection radius in stealth by 5 meters. Next, on to Nord. No changes to the first passive, Reveler, which increases experience gain in two-handed skill line by 15% and 15 extra minutes on drink buffs. Your second passive, Stalwart, which gives you a 6% max stamina and 20% health recovery, has been changed to increases your max stamina by 1500. When you take damage, you gain 5 ultimate. This effect can occur once every 10 seconds. The third passive, Resist Frost, which gives you a 9% max health and 2079 cold resistance, has been changed to increases your max health by 1000 and your cold resistance by 2310. You are immune to the chilled status effect. Your fourth passive, Rugged, which gives you 6% damage reduction, has been changed to increases your physical and spell resistance by 3960. Next, on to Orc. No changes in the first passive, Craftsman, which increases experience gain in heavy armor skill line by 15% and an extra 10% inspiration gain. Your second passive, Brawny, gives you a 6% max health and stamina, has been changed to increases your max health and stamina by 500. Your third passive, Unflinching, which is healing received by 5% and 20% health recovery, has been changed to increases your healing received by 4%. When you deal damage with a weapon ability, you restore 380 health and stamina. This effect can occur once every 4 seconds. Your fourth passive, Swift Warrior, which gives you 4% melee attack, 12% sprint cost reduction, and 10% sprint speed, has been changed to increases your weapon damage by 258, reduces the cost of your sprint ability by 12%, and increases your movement speed while sprinting by 10%. And lastly, we have Redguard. No changes to the first passive Wayfarer, which increases one hand and one shield skill line by 15%, 15 extra minutes on food buffs. Your second passive, Exhilaration, which is a 9% stamina recovery, has been changed to Martial Training, which reduces the cost of your weapon abilities by 8%. Your third passive, Conditioning, which is 10% max stamina, has been changed to increases your max stamina by 2,000. Your fourth passive, Adrenaline Rush, which is when you deal damage with a melee attack, you restore 792 stamina. This effect can occur once every 5 seconds, has been changed to when you deal direct damage, you restore 950 stamina. This effect can occur once every 5 seconds. And that's it for now, guys. Now remember, this is only the first iteration of race changes, and these are likely to change probably several times before it actually goes live, and that's what PTS is for. Me personally, I'm a little irritated they took my damage from stealth away on my Khajiit, but I'm also happy with the changes they made to Breton based on my tank heal hybrid build. But how do you guys feel about these changes? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and sub if this helped you out any, and click that bell icon to be notified when I have a new video go live. Y'all take care, and I'll see you in Tamriel. Bye!